Well, today I'm down at the Verdun beach, looking to its second year, and who knows what's going to be going on here this year, if anything. If the social isolation distancing thing continues, then there might be a lot of problems down here. I don't think we're there yet because we're still more than a month away from weather that's really warm enough to start going in the water. But something to think about. You can see Nuns Islanders have a pretty good view of the beach here, or some of them do anyway. And this is actually the location of the old Verdun Motorboat Club, which was here for a long time and eventually got turfed out by the city under pressure from Nuns Islanders who believed that it was a terrible eyesore, this old boat club that had been here forever. Verdunners didn't care. They may have even liked it or had friends that were members down here, hung out and so on. There was two boat clubs actually, and they both suffered the same fate. Death by the indignance of Nuns Islanders, who had begun, I think in the late 70s, maybe in the early 80s, it started pulling a lot of influence at Verdun City Hall. Real estate and all that stuff, you know. So I'm always a little sentimental coming through here because the ruins of the boat club can still be found in some places. This road that we're coming along was the main way. You came down by the auditorium, drove along here, and all the cabins and wharfs were, you know, along the shore here. And there's still some cement platforms and asphalt spots left where you can see that there was more to it than just a road here. And that's the story for today. Not as many people down here as you might expect because it's kind of on the cool side today. But probably still more people, at least at the beach, than you would if this was a normal day in early May. Schools were open and all that, and everybody's at work. You know, yeah, you can see some of the remnants here as we go along. So this is not part of the landfilled waterfront because this dates back to, I'd say, at least the 1930s, if not the 20s, when the boat club first opened up. I think it was a kayaking club way back then that, you know, eventually grew into this boat club where people had cabins out on Heron, or I can never get it straight if they're all on Heron or Goat Island, but on one of the two. And so there's a lot of history here, a lot of memories, and this is what's left of it. And this is why I'm kind of anti-development in many ways, because I do believe in this continuity of cultures and traditions that I think are useful for the society. You can't condemn everything just because we live in a capitalist world with tremendous social inequality. It doesn't mean everything's total crap. There are some good things. And a lot of them are worth preserving. And that's where I come from. Anyway, you can see a little landscaping thing going on over here, which makes me wonder if they're attempting to develop this end of the waterfront, because that would disappoint me, because I like the kind of rawness you get along here. It's sort of random, although, you know, there's definitely people checking this out to see what, you know, wildlife has done. Beavers can do a lot of damage through here. And I see way up ahead somebody has a tent, so maybe it's the season to start living down here. I don't know. And yeah, I like things. The rougher and more raw they are, it seems, the better they are. This is not like going into some big city landscaped park. There's a lot of raw edge to this place that I just love. And it would be a damn shame if they turned this into some kind of slick fucking bicycle path or something like that. But, this is the way they think. This is the way they think. What a great place. And, of course, there's companies that drool at getting the contract. And that's part of the problem, too. It all ties into this thing called the economy. Well, there's a lot of that we do wrong. Some of it we do right, I guess.